I lose all my morals with these females.
Hey, everybody. This is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher. Yes, I should be asleep. However, Houston, a couple hours ago when I was grading papers, the news said it was a boil water notice. Some plant, their power went out, and I guess their plant was in charge of, making sure the water was drinkable. And so it was out for a couple of hours. And so now we've been put on boil water notice. And as a result, a few hours ago, I think around 10, maybe 11, got a notice from, looked at the news again, and it's listed school districts and some of the community colleges in the area and public offices, government buildings will be closed tomorrow for the safety of, everyone there. Because remember, kids go to school. Miss, can I go drink a water? Drink some water. Also, during lunch, during breakfast. So, um, and I'm also thinking about, washing your hands and stuff like that. So they have closed. I just got a notice from one of the community colleges I work for, which I'm probably going to get another notice from the other one because, and in case you do live, excuse me, in Houston or in the Houston, Texas area, the surrounding suburbs, or if you got a family member that lives here, these are the school districts as of right now that will be closed tomorrow. If you work for one of these school districts or your child goes to one of these school districts, you got a friend who works there, please let them know. Give them a text saying, hey, let me see a transcript. She's from Houston and she's a teacher and she said the school districts is gonna be closed because it's boiled water notice. You got some bottled water. I do drink bottled water. I gotta remind myself to pour boy some bottled water when I fill up his bowl. So because I need to keep boy safe. Um but yeah, so y'all pray for us over here in Texas. I think last year we had a Texas freeze about this time. I think this year the boil water notice. Lord help us. So, but yeah, that's why I'm still up because I was like thinking like, oh, I'm gonna have a hard time going to bed after grading these papers. And then I look at the news, the little notice, and then the other teacher friends were in a group, and they're like, "Hey, y'all, we gotta go to," because I sent them the link like a couple of hours ago, I think around 9:30, and I said, "Hey, just like it's a boil water nose," but I sent them the link, and I didn't tell them. I didn't watch the whole thing. You know how you look at something, and then they started. Then I looked at my messages. I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, I'm the world about to school tomorrow." So that's why I'm here. Shout out to the six of you who are in the chat here with me. Please like, share, subscribe. Also, those of you going to watch this on a replay, thank you so much for watching this. Please like, share, subscribe. Shout out to my subscribing supporters in the UK because I know like right now it's like you're probably getting up in the morning. Hey, Holmes, Erica. So glad you can be here. Y'all have asked me, hey, can y'all do some more late night, early morning live because they're 6 hours ahead. So, but since I had time, I was like, okay, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I got a lot of my grading done today, thank God. Um, it's like that end of the year with my college students. It's like all their major papers are due, and so I was grading those. Um, and then coming up this next week, 2 more weeks, and I give one more week. I give my college students their final, No, 2 more weeks, my college students in their final. And then 3 weeks, my high school students will have their final. So it's about that time, y'all. But anyway, I've been wanting to come on, but I've been trying to rest, but and do all this other stuff. But anyway, um, I watch a lot of YouTube. Probably so much so that I probably need to cancel some of my streaming notices because I streaming service because I don't always watch them. Um, but I do use historical films in my college classes, so that's also why I really have them. Um, but I'm over here in the Umar Johnson sector. Hey, Dr. MP, Dr. Nikki, so glad you can be here. I'm over here in the Umar Johnson sector, or called Dutch sector. Um, Even though some people say I'm not in the church sector, I feel like I am. I do church um content, black church content. Um, I also watch a lot of other content creators in both those sectors, also in the T sector, the celebrity news and gossip sector, and also in the beef sector, or I could say also the black sector. Um, and then also in the fraud, you could say the fraud and scammer sector, and I guess a little bit of the true crime now sector. So YouTube is big. It's a lot of intersectionality. I even watched the videos with the puppy dogs, the husband and wives, stuff like that. So, um, but I've been noticing something the last week, and I've been really been struggling with this, and I've really been struggling with this since the Takeoff death. Um, and I already made a mishap, and I reported on something that I found out something later on was really incorrect. And I corrected myself and I came back on here and I told y'all about it. But I noticed since then that there are certain content creators, I'm not going to say their names, that I look at their title, I look at their thumbnail, I click on it because I'm trying to get some information. Because either they have way more subscribers, they probably do this for a living. Um, they probably getting the big checks. Um, they probably know more people, have a committee or a group of producers who can, and they probably on all they know the tea, they know the inside scoop, they have the resources, they're investigators, they own it, they have more time. So I'm thinking like, okay, well maybe they know something I don't know. But then I started noticing after a while, I was like, okay, you say this in your title, you got this really great thumbnail, but when I looked at your video, I didn't see no evidence of what you said. And I'm just like, and it sounds like you just giving me commentary, but no receipts. And I'm just like, wait a minute now. Then I see some others I see the title, I see a whole bunch of people in their chat, and they're showing me some documents, and I'm just like, but that really don't have nothing to do with the investigation. All of this is conjecture. This is like, I don't know if this is real or not. I'm just not, and then now with the Shanquella Robinson case, and I talked about it before in one of my previous videos. Um, Someone made a pic showing Dejanay Jackson as a man and saying that she was transgender. And then that just ran out. All these content creators. And by the way, one of the first content creators who I watched that was talking about the Shanquella Robinson case was a black gay man. A black gay man. Then I saw black women, cisgender women, or real women, because some of y'all don't like the word cisgender. Yeah, I want her to rest in peace. I want to take off the rest in peace, but I also want justice for them. And then I started noticing a lot more. So a lot of more, different content creators started, not only doing videos on Takeoff, they were doing it on Shanquella Robinson, getting the outcry. Then finally, the main networks like ABC, CNN, they started picking it up, and then the family and the mom and the dad were out here, and then finally the FBI, they opened an investigation, and now because we're all sharing, we're putting the pressure, we're asking questions. There's a change.org petition, there's a GoFundMe, you know, everybody is getting the word out there, but I'm still seeing these clickbaitish titles. Okay, and you know what? I actually I have two playlists, and I actually had to go through my Takeoff playlist and delete some of the videos because the content creator was constantly making these videos that, to me, I feel like detracted away from the case, was very much more about tea or gossip, and very clickbaitish. And I was just like, I can't share that with y'all if you're trying to figure out what's going on in the case. And when I created my Shanquella Robinson, I had to think about that too. Okay, which content creators have really good information, and they have the receipts. They do, and also do good commentary. And I was like, okay, that is um the nosy bystander, leaku.com, okay, and the new one I've started following is um what's the one? Okay, dang it, I can't remember. It's on my tongue. Oh, can't think of. Tales from the Cult. I also look at the lead attorney because they're looking from a legal point of view, and then I also look at Sean Davy Way, um, because he shows a lot of like clips and video, and he has a lot of, he's usually on top of it, you know. Also, Information Man Show. It's really good. Max V World Media, you know. So and that's in addition to the regular, CNN, MSNBC, TMZ, those sources as well. But I was just noticing the same thing was happening with, like I said, Takeoff, now Shaquilla Robinson. Now people, exactly. You're so right. You're so right. And I'm looking at these titles, and that's why I did the video that Dejanay Jackson is not a transgender woman, because it was like all of a sudden all the videos turn from, oh, Shanquella Robinson, we need to put pressure, we need investigation. It went to, oh, she was beaten up by a man. And I'm like, that's not right. That's incorrect. Someone told me someone told me I wasn't sure. And then someone said, oh, look at the picture. And I'm looking at the picture and I'm like, wait, both the backgrounds are the same. Both the colors on the shirt are the same. The facial expression is the same. The hairdo is just the same. So someone photoshopped it. Then that became the big thing, and that was wrong. Then um, T.S. Madison, okay, right. And then T.S. Madison wrote a tweet because she saw the picture, the same one that I showed in my video. And people were like, so she said basically, hey, Shanquella Robinson was not she said Shanquella Robinson was killed by one of her own. No transgender woman beat her up. And then I think her follow up was like, oh, now all of a sudden y'all want to pick and choose, or now you want to be accepted. Like, oh, now there's a transgender woman. You want to use the correct terms now in this case because now you can use, So I was like, I understood that. But then there were people now, there were new videos being made by, I noticed a lot, female content creators who I think for the most part are very outspoken. I would say black feminists, pro black women. But it became, for me, I kind of felt like, oh, the transphobia, the trans hate is jumping out. It's like, I think y'all already had a preconceived condition about T.S. Madison, and you used her tweet to justify your own views about trans women. And then even when she came, and I'm using she, when T.S. Madison came and did her own video and spoke about it and explained herself, some of y'all was still making the videos talking about T.S. Madison as being anti-bi woman. I'm like, what did she say that at? And then she had another panel with a trans woman, another trans woman, a trans man, and then a comedian Flame Monroe, who's a comedian slash drag queen who calls himself he, she, we. That's what he calls himself. He, she, we. And they were all and then also Spillet Boy, black gay male was on there. Yeah. And I was like, what? And then I saw someone's panel, they were like, oh, look at this pink patriarchy panel. And I was like, wait a minute. What is this? They're actually having a legitimate discussion about this and explaining, because this is like, everybody's experience is different. A black gay man has a different experience from a black trans woman or even a black trans man. It's a different experience. Yeah, you were in the LGBTQ, and it was just like I was trying to figure out how are y'all getting this, and it was like another content creator, and these are content creators I follow, but like on this particular this transgender point, I just had to be like, okay, I'm not going along with this because this is detracting away from trying to get justice for Shanquella Robinson. And then even though more people have come out um and said, hey, this is fake, there are still content creators who are still putting forth that same misinformation. And I'm noticing that they're having, like I said, the clickbaitish, sensational, maybe clout chasing title with the picture, and they're still going along with this, and they have all these people in their chat, and I'm just like, is this why they're in the chat? Because they're coming for the drama, the tea, or, and I'm just like, and then and I had to say, when I did my video about she not being a transgender woman, I had, my faithful, I think I had about 20 in the chat. And I think when I was done, I had like 100. And thank you so much for those of you who consistently come to my lives, give your input, you share, you're here. I appreciate y'all. I really do. I really do appreciate y'all. I do. But I'm starting to wonder about, is the thumbnails, the exaggerated thumbnails, very good thumbnails, but exaggerated thumbnails, and these titles, is this how you getting them people? You getting more than 20 people in your chat? Cause I've seen some they got like 200, 300, 400. I went to one other day. It was like 600 people in there. I was like, damn. And I was just listening to what they were saying and what people were writing in the chat. And I'm just like, some of this information is correct. And then some of this other stuff is just sounding like some bullshit to me. I'm sorry, it was. And I was just like, okay, I got to get up out of here. Because today, and sometimes I go to their chats. And I'm like, oh, okay, they got some good information here. Oh, okay, I like this. This is good information. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna share this with my subscribers. And then I go to another chat and be like, what? What? What do you mean? And then I saw people I did a video where they said that Mexico had a I think I did it. Was it the one where they said the FBI was investigating, and then another came out that a Mexican warrant. Shout out to Cynthia G. I don't always agree with Cynthia G, but she had a really she through her it was when I realized a Mexican warrant had been issued for. They said the friend of Deshaun Jackson, right? So you believe one is a conspiracy theorist? Mm, mm-hmm. Right, right, right. And then, hey, Betty Yellick, so glad you could be here. Hey, Saint Hudson, Holmes, Erica, Dr. Nikki, thank you so much for being here. Then, everybody was doing that. I did my little video to let y'all know, like, hey, here's the article, here's here's the information. I even broke down what femicide was. Actually, I need to probably make that a whole separate video because some people still trying to do the whole run with that whole transgender woman thing and say this is why it's femicide. And I'm like, y'all not reading up on Mexican laws and stuff. I went and found the article to deal with the Mexican laws. So, um, after that was out, Cynthia G had hers out, then Sean Boy had his out, and then others everyone was like saying, "Hey, a Mexican warrant has been issued for a friend of Dejanay." Do you know? Like an hour or two later, I started seeing other people saying, Mexico issues warrant for Dejanay Jackson. I said, wait a minute now. Y'all know whose name is on the Mexican warrant already? Do they know something I don't? Hey, Wild Fox, God bless you too. So I go on the video, I click it, and I'm like, okay, maybe they gonna show me how it's Dejanay Jackson. And then I'm thinking and then they start talking. I'm like, I don't hear nothing about how they know did no one give them the copy of the warrant? Did they get, an insider? Did they translate something? And I'm just like, wait. And then all of a sudden, is what they're doing is they're using the video, which is, it is good inferencing skills, but at the same time, that title was misleading. It was clout chasing and clickbait, baitish, baitish. Okay, basically it said you said for like it was for a fact that this girl was on the warrant was for her. But if I go to CNN, the ABC, okay, if I go to the sources I went to, they don't have that girl name in that article. But you're like, oh, look at this video. This is her beating up on Shanquella Robinson. And I'm trying to figure out, did anyone ever get confirmation from the parents or any of them friends that was Dejanay Jackson being on Shanquella Robinson? Because there was like two or three other women's name, right? So, and then I saw another video. They had her name in the title. They had her name. They had a picture on the thumbnail, and I said, "Y'all ain't right. Y'all just trying to get the people in." And then I'm looking at them. They got all these people in the chat. They got all these people in the chat. And then I'm just like, okay, all right. Let me go find somebody who knew. And thank God, I was able to find, and I had totally forgot that I had I had I forget who was it. Someone else had some other content creator had said his name like, oh, I because I do appreciate when content creators do this, and I try to do this myself. If I get some information from somewhere else and I do believe it's reliable, I'm gonna I'm gonna say that person's name. Okay, that's why I said those content creators' name earlier. Because when I go to their channel, they got a receipt, they have something to show me, and they're like, "Oh, this is the information. This information here." So, like I said, nosy bystander, Shonda Way, official King Payne, also, um, uh, Tales from the Cult, and leakyou.com. Now I'm going to add Gerald Jackson to that. So Gerald Jackson has a paper called North Carolina Beat, North NC the Beat. He has been in communication with the family. So yesterday evening, he did a video and I shared it on my channel. I actually saw him get interviewed today by leakyou.com, and I shared it on my community wall, basically dispelling the rumors that people were trying to say, because after they said, oh, the warrant had been issued for Dejanay Jackson, then people started saying, oh, she's been arrested. And I'm like, wait a minute. That is not what the news said. I'm like, wait a minute now. Okay, we need to calm. I'm just looking at like, and then all of a sudden I start seeing one more video after another. Mexican warrant issued. Dejanay Jackson arrested. Y'all, I'm so happy when Gerald went live and I shared that. And I made a playlist, y'all, and I'll put it in the chat later. Made a playlist for Shanquella Robinson updates and for Takeoff shooting updates. By the way, Little Cam has been arrested, but he has been arrested on a charge unrelated to the Takeoff shooting. He was he had a gun. He got picked up on a gun charge. He was already gonna go to court anyway, but this time they actually I think they yeah. From what the paper, and I'll do a whole nother live for that. So the paperwork, um he I think left to go to California. They found him in California and they brought his ass back to Texas, it looked like. So um but I'm kind of feeling though that if they got him down there, they're gonna ask him some questions about Takeoff. I think they're gonna ask him some questions, which I'm shout out to Information Man Show, and shout out to Nosy Bystander for pointing that out. Like, hey, he got arrested for this, but they probably gonna ask him some things about that. Now there were some other content creators who were like trying to basically say, like, again with the thumbnail and with the title was like, oh, Takeoff shooter is arrested by HPD. And I'm just like, that has nothing that okay. And it was like, and I was like, come on now, really? We doing this now again? We doing the clickbait bakish. I was just like, oh Lord. And that's why I've also been very hesitant about, like, I don't want to come out here doing what everybody else is doing and I'm not giving y'all the correct information. Like, yeah, I do want people to come and watch my videos. I do want to tell y'all what's going on. Like, but I just can't come out here and be lying to y'all and embellishing things and making it seem like one thing when it's not. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I have to check myself. Like, okay, are you cloud chasing right now? Are you doing this to get some cloud chase? And, oh Lord. But yeah, I'm just like, that's why I said I got this Rick James picture from Dave Chappelle when he said cocaine is a hell of a drug. I think for some of y'all, clout is a hell of a drug too. And then I always notice that sometimes, And this is to be honest, I think a lot of us on here, deep down, we're cloud chasers. Okay, I think we on here, we have something to say, and we want people to listen to us. We do. Now, I think after a while, just like, anybody who has ambition or wants to be a better content creator, who wants to improve their YouTube channel, yeah, that's called chasing. But when I'm looking at the stories and the thumbnails that quite is quite not telling me the whole truth, I'm just like, wait a minute now. Did y'all know I even saw some thumbnails that said it was about Brandy. They're like, oh, Brandy has died. And I'm like, Brandy ain't dead. And then I said, and I looked at the person's their subscriber numbers, and then and I'm looking at the thumbnail. And I'm like, this is not true. She's live. I just saw him. I'm telling you, she was on Instagram, and there was somebody else who was like, oh, um, where is she now, or whatever happened to this person. I'm like, that person's still alive. They still around. And I'm just like, wait a minute now. Just who, and that's the thing. It's like, and that's why when I saw Cynthia G said Mexican warrant out for the friend of Dejanay, the friend of Shanquella Robinson, I went to Google and I typed in Shanquella Robinson Mexican warrant, and I saw what pulled up. And so I saw CNN, I saw ABC News, and I saw a uh what was that station? WB some OC. Because I want to see what other also I put so I was like, okay, let me see. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm verifying with other sources. Also, I do that, and sometimes also a lot of times I will also put in the title in YouTube and see who else is covering. Because guess what? I also follow CNN, TMZ. I follow the Young Turks. I follow Roland and Martin. I follow um what's the other one? CBS, PBS. I follow Reuters. I follow the Associated Press. These are like old school traditional news. So I'm like, okay, if they covering it, all right, we got it, we got it. But it's just like, come on now, oh Lord. But then, yeah, they want the story first. But it's like, can we get the story first? Oh my goodness, Brandy died laughing. Right. Or they'll be like, oh, this person is like, I saw one, it was like whatever happened to this star from yesteryear, right? On the left hand side, and then on the right hand side, it was an older woman, but it wasn't the correct woman. And I was like, this is so misleading. This, I think I know what it was. It was about Bernadette Stannis. Thelma from Good Times. It had her picture from 1976, 92 on the left, and on the right hand side, it had a picture of an older woman, but it wasn't her. It was a picture of Debbie Allen and her mother. Her mother's like, let's see, Debbie Allen is 70. Her mama is probably almost 90. And I was like, this is not the same person. So you know it ain't right. Cause Vanity Sanders, if you look at her now, she looks like herself. Like she's in real good shape. Her and Irene Cara got really good genes. I think Bernadette Sanders is like actually 67, 68. I thought she was 50 or 55. But yeah, I'm just like, what are y'all? Come on. Can we tell the right story? And then, like I said, there's. And now today I heard that there was a second video, and I'm trying to still get some more verification from that. Because now all the videos say, oh, the second video. So I'm clicking on them to see, do you got the video? No, the Mexico got the video. Okay. Okay, I guess it was good. We needed to know the second video, but I thought you were gonna show me the second video. Okay, all right. So I was like, oh, all right. Yeah. So um but yeah, I'm just like, and then also I've been looking at um community walls, videos, and people making comments like, "Oh, I'm not on here. This is just YouTube. I have a regular job. I make more money in my regular job than I do on YouTube." Okay, I do too as well, but I do like my little YouTube check. I do use it to, update my StreamYard. Okay. I do it to have my membership to Capwing and Vista Create, you know. Um so um pay my electricity bill. I'm doing a little, apps on my phone. I do edits. I have apps I edit with on my phone. So I'm just like, okay, it's okay. I know uh it's not a lot of money, but I just feel like, and the same thing when people say, "Oh, I'm not monetized. I don't worry about being monetized, but I can be monetized." Okay, so are you just trying to show how um humble you are or altruistic you are? Like, oh, I'm not over here for the money. Okay, well, guess what? You're spending your time to come on here to talk to people or to have conversations. Or, yeah, or buy a boy a pup cup. Yeah, pray for me. I'm not gonna be in my. I got. I had to take the car back to the dealership. So the orange light came back on. That's a whole nother story. Okay. And and I'm just like, okay, so do you want a pat on the back? Cause hey, your YouTube channel, you're just trying to put out information to help people, to help the masses. Okay, that's great. But do you know that YouTube is gonna put um ads on your videos anyway, whether you're monetized or not? So why not get paid for having the video uh to be monetized? If you have over 1,000 subscribers and over 4,000 watch hours. Why? So you just you clout chasing, telling us you don't worry about being monetized. You're not monetized. You're just here to do whatever. It's just, you have a regular job. Okay, but does it make any sense if YouTube is going to put an ad on your video anyway, and you don't monetize your channel, or you don't monetize a video, which means the AdSense on that video, you won't get shit anyway. Does it make any sense? You did all that work to create a thumbnail, a video, okay? All that editing for YouTube only to get some money off of it. Does it make any sense to you? Are you only chasing clout, not chasing coins? Does it make am I speaking to somebody out there? Am I speaking to somebody out there? And by the way, I think some of y'all, this is me talking. I think some of y'all full of shit and y'all really do got your channel monetized and you trying to play it off like you ain't. You're not helping yourself out by not having your channel monetized when you can be monetized. I see some of you, it's just my opinion. I ain't saying no names. Some of you laughing at someone who showed you they made over $200 last month on their videos. And I was impressed. The threshold for getting a YouTube check, you have to make at least $100 from either that's from AdSense. Uh, there's different types of ads. Okay, so when your video is green, that means you get higher AdSense than you get if it's yellow. If it's red, you don't get any AdSense revenue. Also, you have subscriptions so that you get part of that money too. All right. Also, to help content creators, YouTube takes, a portion off your super chats. So that's why you have the Cash App or the Zelle or the Buy Me a Coffee, you know. And some of y'all are like, oh, y'all always doing stuff for Cash App. It's like you're begging. If I'm giving you content on a consistent basis, why not? Why not? Why not? I mean, when you get good service at a restaurant, don't you tip the waiter really, really well? That's what it is. And some people have chosen because YouTube gets 30% of your super chat. They rather just not enable the super chat. They just want to. They just do Cash App on. But you have to understand, some of your subscribers don't do Cash App. Some of them do PayPal. Some of them do Venmo. Some of them do Zelle. And then some of them only do super chat. You know, um, and I think that's perfectly fine. But some of y'all are out here making it seem like those of y'all who are not asking for people for money or you're not monetizing your channel, um, that somehow you're better than people who do have a monetized channel, who do get super chats, who do get cash apps. Some of y'all talking bad about them. And then I notice it's the reverse, like, oh, they're just begging. They're and then you accuse them of, you know, clout chasing. And I'm just like, wait a minute now, which one? So right, his lordship. So I'm trying to figure out. So some of y'all who don't need to come on here, you know, for a cash app, a super chat, or have a monetized channel. Um, some y'all now y'all looking down on the people who are monetized. Uh, I think when some of you move from being a YouTuber to an actual content creator, and you see the fact that, hey, if I do more content and more people come over here, then I get more AdSense revenue on this little check that I get once a month. Wow, I can, okay, what else can I do with this? And I was like, what is wrong? There are people who started out very small and ended up getting very big. What did some of y'all say when Flacco ended up with all those thousands of subscribers, and then he ended up getting up a job at No Jumper? What did some of you good guys say? Oh, if y'all was working hard, y'all just jealous, right? Y'all just jealous. That's what some of y'all said. Oh, y'all not working hard enough so y'all can get all those subscribers and all that revenue, and then get a job over there like uh Flacco. Okay, which one is it? We need to work harder to get a bigger check to get monetized like Flacco, or it's better to not have to be monetized at all. You're not in it for the money. I'm not in it. I don't understand. And then I don't know how many times I'm hearing people keep talking about Lennon and I, like, oh, he's over there begging. He's getting cash apps. Well, not cash, super chats. I know of Pocket Watching with JT. He is a financial planner. He actually looks at some of the people, a lot of people who are saying one thing financially and doing something else, so we don't make those same mistakes. But some of y'all are still mad because he figured out the formula. Be funny, be personable, okay, give commentary on videos. If you're funny enough, you got a cool chat, people gonna give you cash apps. I'm sorry, super chats. Like, okay, like I just said, super chat it's a tip. Already getting AdSense from the videos. He has like over 20,000 subscribers. Way more than probably all the people in the in this sector combined. But I don't hear y'all saying, "Oh, y'all need to be like Flacco." I don't hear y'all say, "Oh, y'all need to be like Lynn and Honor and like do this with y'all channel, do that with the channel." Like, "Oh, y'all need to do what Flacco is doing." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. It's just like you. Oh, it's because Flacco's your dude." Okay, all right, okay, all right. One man asked for help twice, and that equals that does not equal Umar Johnson asking for cash apps for a non-existent school every every uh every day. And I think some of y'all are conflating the issue. I really do. Because of who y'all like or who y'all don't like. Hey, A Lady 747. Black women haters are being off of her death. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I'm sorry, the super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I'm just like, okay, I guess people feel like someone's clout chasing based on, I guess, if they like or dislike them, or it's okay for certain content creators to be profiting off of uh, having a channel monetized on YouTube because of who they like or don't like. And today I heard something. I was just trying to figure out, and I had to leave the chat. I had to leave the chat. Because somebody was trying to throw shade at somebody because they showed that they had made over $200 last month, but your ass couldn't give him his $200 back for doing a fucking job. Ain't that some hypocrisy? Okay. You had a job to do, didn't do it, took the $200. But then when YouTube pays him over $238 for the content, the job he actually did the previous month, you want to say, oh, that's nothing. The nigga get him his $200 back then. Yeah, I said the N word and I shouldn't have said it. But come on. And it wasn't my platform. And I said, you know what? Let me get up out of this chat. Let me not mess up, you know. But I was just like, I know he didn't want to talk about somebody's ass. Thank you, his lordship. Oh, really? A lady 747? Okay. Hold on, y'all. Okay, thank you so much, A Lady 747, for that generous tip. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, I mean, Roland Martin, before he got his own YouTube channel, he was one of my favorites. Tavis Smiley, excuse me, back in the 90s was my favorite. Um, Melanie, here in Houston, Melanie Lawson is one of my favorites. Isaiah Carey is one of my favorites. And that's the thing. I follow NPR on here on the YouTube channel, because even if I can't listen to radio, I follow it on here. Heck, we all grew up with PBS. Heck, I still follow PBS. But I guess this has been on my heart. Like, come on now. That's why I was just really upset. I'm like, okay, so we. If you like someone's content, you can. And I know there's about 3 or 4 that I follow. I'm subscribed to. I'm subscribed to them, and I'm a part of their membership because I'm supporting the channel. I like their content. You know, and there are others who support me and they like my content and they're subscribed to me. Remember the channel, or give me a cash app or super chat. But now it's like, oh, we're using the fact that we support people in this sector or on this YouTube in a bad way. And I'm just like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. I do notice this though. When you're getting the Cash App and the Super Chat, you don't have nothing bad to say about being monetized, getting Cash Apps and Super Chats. But when you stop getting them, now you got a problem. Or if you see someone else getting a lot of them and not you, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm not here. I'm not here on YouTube. I got a real job. Or they're just trying to buy them. Or they're which one is it? Hey, African Lemonade, aka Summer Queen. Which one is it? Because some of us have literally seen people dropping super chat after super chat after super chat in certain people's stream as a way to quote unquote buy someone. Or because they were saying things about someone they didn't like. Come on now, we've seen it. But now all of a sudden, when someone else who just wants to um support a content creator because they just want to support one, now it's like, oh, they're those people are being bought. Oh, that little money is not a lot. Exactly. Say it again, Summer Queen. People and getting cash apps, you're not monetized yet. Oh, I don't need to be monetized. I got a regular job. Okay. But like I said, YouTube is gonna put them ads on your channel anyway. So you're gonna do all that content, do all them hours, and not get paid for it. That don't make no damn sense. Yeah, get your channel monetized. And you can enable your super chat. You need to enable your super chat. There is nothing wrong if you're giving people a product. Your content is your product. Your voice is the product. What you are saying out of your mouth, the words of your thoughts that you're speaking out here on this internet is a product. Then guess what? Then your ass should get paid for it. Exactly. That's the thing. But this is the thing I noticed too, Summer Queen. I'm trying to be careful with my words. I'm trying to say no names, but I might have to put this on private. Lord help me. Let me say this right. Some of y'all motherfuckers over a fucking year ago was getting super chats and cash apps. But your ass ain't no more. And the person now supporting somebody else. And your little funky ass is now hanging with the opposition that don't give you shit. Or maybe now their ops is giving you a little bit of some change too. Change now, all of a sudden. Some cash apps, some super chats. So guess who else is being bought up out here? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Cause I see, cause not sometimes I don't always go in the chat, but I'm watching from the clouds. I see who says what in so and so's chat, but you saying something else in somebody else's chat. Hello? Did I stutter? Some of y'all who are saying that some folks are being bought, your ass is bought too. And sometimes I wonder if I would throw some money at some of y'all, what would you do? Mm, what would you do? But hey, what if some of y'all say when y'all want to be dismissive and not have any accountability for your actions? Oh, we're not friends. We're not. We're this just YouTube. Did, oh, okay. Oh yeah. Some people want to say you're bought with a wrench, but okay, okay. I know his lordship. I know you talking about the wrench earlier, but then some people don't. This is another thing I want to say too. Like there's some people who do get the clout, I guess, from having a wrench. But then I kind of feel like some of y'all are getting clout from not having wrenches in your chat. So I'm just like, okay, okay. I understand. I see what you're doing over here. Okay, all right. Okay, okay. All right. I see. Mm-hmm. Okay. You fuck a wrench? Okay. We don't care about a wrench? Okay. Okay. All right. All right. But everybody don't care about a wrench until somebody says something that directly affects them. Then all of a sudden you want the content creator to block somebody. What for? You said fuck a wrench. You a troll. You got several different goddamn accounts over here in the chat going on at one time. Okay? You don't care. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. Exactly, Summer Queen. I consider some of y'all my online friends. We go from one chat to the next. When we don't see each other for a while, we're like, hey, where's so at? Now I do have to admit there were some people that I probably should not have befriended on here. That I should have been a little bit more careful. But I met some really fantastic people on here. Like his lordship, Samba Queen, Betty Yellick, Holmes Erica, Dr. Nikki, A Lady 747. Who else am I missing? Just met Wild Fox in St. Hudson. Thank you for joining me. Uh, Lindsay, Christine Parks. Okay, some other people I can name too. And it's just like, whew. And this is another thing too that in addition to people looking down on people for having monetized channels or getting cash ass super chat. Oh, you being bought or whatever. Like I said, you giving a product. then you should get paid. Thank you. You have to invest in the channel. Like some people do make it look easy. Just come on here, chop it up, and they leave. But you have to understand, it takes time to set up a live. And I do things like, okay, did I make the right thumbnail? Did I make the right title to get, YouTube to push my video? Do I have all the correct links? Do I have all the correct tags? Is this a good time for me to do this live? Stuff. Is this a good trending topic? Summer Queen, you need to stop. Yes, it's trending like a real production. That's why I like um um my Libra brother um Propane Oakland. He's like, hey, I'm just a YouTuber YouTubing. That's his tagline, you know? But he's also a content creator. He makes really great skits and songs. He's actually very good as with commentary too. He's really got that morning show really down. I'm just like, why is he not like on the radio? Like, Ricky Smiley or Steve Harvey. Thank you. You can tell those who make a real production. I would love to just do more parody skits, but the ones I have done, like that takes, oh my goodness, y'all don't understand. It takes a lot of different takes. Then you gotta edit the video. Then you gotta upload it, put everything on there. Oh my goodness. Sometimes it takes more to do the parody, the videos you gotta edit than it does just to go live. Or to think of a topic. Because there's sometimes I would like to go live every day. But sometimes I got other stuff I gotta do. Somebody needs self-care for real. And shout out to the and shout out to Propane Uncle. I kept telling him, will you please enable your super chat? I'm trying to help you make this money. It's even got somebody that comes in his chat that don't like me and wants to say bad stuff about me. Why not enable the super chat so they can put their thing up there? Thank you so much, African Lemonade. I appreciate it. I do. I was in his morning show. I was surprised he went on Sunday because he usually doesn't do Sunday. But I was like, why is it? But his title was killing me. I was like, why he took his title that? Yeah, it seems like it is like that, Home Circle, but it's not. It seems that way. But but there's some other but yeah, I was he was with this morning. I said, why did he make that his title? But then I was in the chat and then I started, like I said, I noticed like what goes on in the chat. Sometimes I don't say anything. And then all of a sudden I was like, I see a couple of flying monkeys on my ops in here already. And I kept thinking like they gonna show up soon. And lo and behold, I see somebody in the chat say, hey, so and so and so. And I said, oh shit. I can't come in here and have just a regular good fucking time. And then then he got up on a goddamn panel. I said, okay, y'all, I'll check y'all later. I couldn't listen. I come back Libra brother later on. I can fast forward through some stuff. Sometimes I just want to go somewhere, just have a good time. But then I was noticing like what some people were saying in the chat, and I was like, oh, so they okay, okay. And then I also noticed something else too. I noticed someone will like kind of flirt with someone in one chat, but then when they go to another chat, it's like they start saying nice about the person that that other person don't like. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, dude. Wait a minute. Yeah, yeah. And that's why I said, I have to especially after this year, be more careful. Um, like I said, I'm friendly, you know, but I have to be a little bit more careful with which of my online friends I interact with offline, because I've found out, like I this is what I noticed. This is me. Maybe this is the thing about with the cloud chasing. Y'all know me. Y'all see the me that y'all see. This is the me that's offline. Okay. Now, when I first came on here, it was like it was taking me a while to get my foot in, and after a while, I was like, you know what? Let me just say what's on my mind. Like the me you see is the me you see with when I'm with my friends. And then sometimes I have to hold back. Like, hey, I can't teach. I teach OBS Studio, and it takes me quite a while to set up for a show. Yeah, when I get a little bit more money, I might have to get you to help me with that. Because I was playing around in OBS, and there was like some things I liked, and then there was some things I was like, oh, what the heck am I doing over here? I'm confused. But yeah, it's just like, and that's all goes with it. The whole thing about cloud. I noticed that the ones who are not true content creators, that the only thing they have to work with is having drama with other people. Like we can have a difference of opinion, but why is your difference? Why, if I have a difference of opinion from you want to affect me in my real life? And unfortunately, African lemonade, my empathic ass keep running into fucking narcissists. And I just had to say, he said discount for groups. Okay, his lordship. Because even like I said, I've been watching, in our sector, the Black church sector, um, the T sector, the B sector. Um, and I guess the clout either could be cash ass, super chats, or just numbers, subscribers, views. And people say, "Oh, you're just on here for clicks, likes, and views." Yeah, we all kind of on here for clicks, likes, and views. We want someone to hear us, listen to us. You know. Thank you so much, His Lordship. I appreciate you so much. And but it's like if we don't have a trending topic, we're not doing a parody, we're not doing a commentary. It's not, the yeah, but over here in the Umar Johnson sector, we have a version of that already. That's why I have to be on here and not say no one's name. Because this one said, "Oh, she said your name," and then they want to go make a video about it, and they want to make a video about it for views, or because hey, they have every right to respond, and then they want to get me to respond, and you go back and forth, and then that gets, you know, the real live online reality show going. Oh, Lord. All I wonder is like, is it? And that's why sometimes like I really am trying to do things different. Like, hey, I don't need to respond to everything. I don't need to comment on everything. Sometimes I write a comment on a video and then I'll just like delete it. I'm like, you know what? Don't really need to do to just liking it was enough. Exactly. Exactly. And I noticed something too. Everybody's okay with people getting roasted until it gets really personal. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's okay with let me say this. Let's talk about this word dox for a minute. A lot of people have gotten doxxed. Now in the B sector, that's like automatic given. You're gonna get doxxed over there. Over here in the Umar Johnson sector, the doxing is like maybe 25% of what happens in the B sector. Right, right. Thank you, Alex. I ain't doing no fraud like Umar Johnson. I ain't doing no fraud. In the words of V to V, you making videos on me, but I'm not Umar Johnson. Okay. And I always was like with the thing with the cloud or with doxing. Everybody's okay with someone else getting doxxed until it's them. Not everybody. Like some people will speak out and say, "Hey, that's wrong. I don't think I don't think that person should have did that." Now, in my case, unfortunately, because I do speak the truth, I do come out and defend people, and I'll say, "Hey, I don't think that's right." Hey, 2020, what's up, media? How you doing? You saw the news with the boil notice. They canceled school for tomorrow. That's why I'm up still. Yeah, like, and this is the thing. I understand. This is my thing. I understand if someone doxed you and then you doxed them back. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I understand in that case. But if all I did was disagree with you and, you know, and then you put, because this is how it actually happened, you put my house, my address, where I work, because that actually happened to me, online, those two things are not equally yoked. I just said I disagree with you. I just said you were wrong. That's why I really like Dr. Nikki's series. You see your son is happy. Yeah. Betty, the teachers are too. You got some bottled water at home? Enough bottled water? Yeah. And then, there are people, uh, like me, and I guess, can I say like you too, Dee Real? We are actually trying to take our channels in a different direction. Like really take it in a different direction. Do something different. And it's like other folks just want us to they just want us to be messy like them, I feel like. Now I accidentally did that to my my face. I was trying to hide my face. I actually did that to myself. And I had changed my name from my real name to my a new name, and then they found my old name. So it was like, okay, yeah, it can put you in danger. And I'm just like, yeah, sometimes you do accidentally do that to yourself. Hey, Yvette. Yes, like I'm really am trying to do things different, right? I'm trying not to do the same things that would get myself in trouble or get me a lot of drama, my own drama. And it's like the other day, a supporter emailed me like, "Hey, someone made a video about you." And I was like, "Oh, I don't watch them. They trigger me." And I've already, contacted YouTube about it, and the videos are still up. I can't, I'm just gonna be in the rotation of the videos, you know. So I don't know what to do. So, well, and then I know what is said about me is not true. So it's like, okay, and people who really know and respect me online and offline, I just have to realize, hey, they know it's not true. So hey, you're right, you're right. Cause I saw your video where you were saying you're gonna be doing um relationship advice. And I was like, oh, okay, I like that. All right. And then like the very freaking next day, someone was making a video about you, and I'm like, damn, they don't want him to move on. They want him to keep up with the bullshit. But then they was his main one saying that they were tired of your bullshit. I'm like, what do y'all want, people? Thank you, Holmes Eric. I appreciate that. Thank you, 2021 Side Media. It's like, come on now. Like, did, do you want me to stop doing the stuff that you upset about? Okay, I'm gonna do that. But it seemed like you still are upset with me. Are you upset with other people? Yeah. So I'm just like, okay. Hey Zeb, Uncle Joe Brown, how are you doing? Let's Lord said, I've been online since the 90s. Okay. And his lordship, what I had to do once I was getting doxxed, I had to go through my social media, and I realized like how much information there was that people could find out about me. And I had to like make my Facebook friends list private. I had to like uh go to my privacy notifications on all my social medias and change them. Right now my Facebook is a friend of a friend can bef- do a friend request, and then on Instagram you have to get permission from me to like follow me. The only one that's like anyone can follow me is on Twitter, but it's like, hey, it's Twitter. Now, if you annoy me on Twitter, I'm just gonna block you, you know, and report you. Um, the only issue I have lately is the emails. So I gotta um I gotta do what someone told me to do about not getting those emails anymore, about sending them to the spam folder. Just like I can't watch their videos about me. Oh, okay. Thanks so much, Yvette Stroller. Yeah, they'll hate your video and the thumbnails too. Before it became a notorious troll, locked everything up and disconnected from friends and family. Sometimes I wonder, if I should just do that. I even had my wife put a different last name and cancel some of her social media. Yeah, and it's sad, and it's like, and it's sad that sometimes I have to censor myself, that I can't. Like I said, I had to censor myself for my own privacy at home, and for my friends and my family, um, because people don't like me. It's like, damn, you just. I'm not trying to do the stuff you said you were upset with me about, but then now you just finding some new shit to do. Okay. What does it mean? You cannot type anything in my chat. It's already pre-blocked that allege you to me. Oh, you mean their name? Okay, can you wait? If your pictures have metadata, you should wipe the metadata to clean off all your photos. Wait a minute, what is this you telling me to do? I don't know. I don't understand this. You gonna have to Okay, I'm gonna need you to email me his lordship how to do that. That's true. That's what I'm trying to do, is just let, like, hey, they just not gonna like me and just not gonna like me. Wait, your pictures have GPS and all kind of stuff that lead to you. What? Is that the good reason why I stopped tagging folks in photos? Then I shouldn't tag folks in photos. Is that like the GPS? Oh, metadata. Your pictures have metadata. You should wipe the metadata to clean up all your photos. Yeah. Now, what I have done in my chat, I have put certain words in my chat, in my YouTube studio, in my settings that are blocked, because I know some people, what they like to do, like to come over and troll. And some trolls I like, though. Some of them I like, not all of them, but some of them I like. But I know that they're just gonna come over there either to mess with. If they're not there to mess with me, they're there to mess with someone else in my chat, and I don't want that. We come over here to have a good ass time, you know. So I might have either that person blocked, or I might have certain words blocked so that they can't come in there and mess with what we got going on. And I've been trying to figure out, should I. I thought I did, but I might need to double check. You could put your chats on subscribers only, so that way only subscribers can type in the chat. But I like new people coming by. So uh okay. You can wipe the data with an app first, then post. Oh, okay. You told me something new, sir. With an app first and then post. Good. That's what I did. Okay, thank you, sir. You told us they have apps. All right. You telling us some new stuff, sir, to make ourselves safe on the internet. Cause that's another thing I found on here, is like, if you're a real down to earth person, like you really are not any drama or anything like that, it seems that, I don't know, this is me. I feel like maybe it's because I'm biased. I feel like we attract more trolls. or people that don't like us want to use us. Like, dang, I'm just being my regular stuff. You finding something to be upset about? I'm like, okay. It's like, are y'all looking for targets? Yeah, I'm easy. I find I'm easy pickings, or like someone say I'm low hanging fruit. You know, and for all the stuff that people said that I've done, it's just like, y'all know if I actually was doing those things, would you really be fucking with me though? Which means, hey, I didn't do those things. Think about it. Think about who the biggest doxers are in our sector. Think about it. What happens if you do something that really pisses them off? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? You ignore them, or do you dox back? Do you get um uh another group of people to help you gang stalk them? Bandwagoners, flying monkeys. It's just whew. Yeah, and see, this is another thing too. When I think about the whole clout chasing and the clickbaiting thing, it's like some people, I think they do get off on the beef, which I understand. There are people who are here; they're here for the fuckery. I understand. I get it. Sometimes I like the fuckery and the messy too. I do. I like the fuckery and the messy too. Not when I'm in it. Okay. Okay. And that's why I try to like, okay, I don't need to keep telling myself, hey, I don't need to respond to everything. I don't need to add my 2 cents to everything. Uh, I could just sit here and be okay. Well, wait, there are three that I can think of. Yeah, there are two who are friends, and one is an enemy of those two. African lemonade. I can think about. I'm gonna say four. Yeah, I'm gonna say four. But I think one is like the major and one is like the codependent. And then in the other case, they kind of they're not friends, they canceled out each other. You know what? I really wish that you know what, Holmes Erica, this is a weird thing. When I ignore people, okay, when I've ignored people, some have stopped. But right now I got one, I ignore them and they have not. Oh, thank you. Why am I on YouTube? I want to inform people. I have ideas that I think can help people. Um, I like conversating with people. I like learning new things. I like being funny. I actually make making people laugh and think. But I have noticed, I'm hopefully doing better with this. Y'all can let me know if I am. Y'all can be my accountability partners now. I don't always need to go up on a panel. In addition to not always saying certain things in chats or commenting on videos, like I can be in the clouds. I can watch it later, do replay. Um, I can support somebody else. Holmes Erica said, then call me and I'll get Pookie in there. Oh yeah, next level. Oh yeah. Next, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. No one likes being the subject of the fuckery or the mess. We like it though. And FYI, y'all. This can we do that? Can we finally do this? Um, like I said, clout clickbaitish. Some of us are YouTubers, some of us are content creators. Okay. Some people like the panels. They just a panel person. I I've actually dropped the link and some of y'all don't want to come up. So I'm just like, okay, do y'all just like me hear me talk or whatever? Um, those of y'all who got the panels, okay? I love y'all with the love of the Lord. I really do. I be entertained by the panels. I be like, okay, all right, okay. But as a content creator, I'm gonna give you this little bit of advice. Those of us, you have to look at what your audience wants. Like some of y'all know what y'all audience want. Y'all create like LV, he created the game show. Then when he's done, he has the panel, he invites y'all up, he lets y'all talk shit to each other. We're in the chat, we having a fucking good time. We talking to each other and talk about what's going on. It's great. It's great, right? But when the people are talking over each other, we can't hear. We can't understand. Now I know some of you are like, hey, I don't mute nobody. I don't block nobody. Okay, but if you want people to come to your channel, okay, to hear this fuckery that you're presenting to us, we need to be able to hear them. Cause it's gonna turn us off. Okay? All right. Can y'all you are the host. You got control of the mute button. Sometimes somebody needs to be muted and we need to hear things one at a time. Okay? And sometimes I'm looking at some of y'all, I'll be like, damn, can they just make me they producer for the show and I just hand them the muting and the comments on the screen? You think that, and I had to tell myself, look, this is not your channel. Enjoy yourself and be a chatter. But come on, y'all, please. Exactly. Or I'm on the panel and then somebody come up there and they want to talk to me and I'm like, okay, can oh, I don't want to talk to them. You know, it's like, okay, I just need to start going on the panels then. I'm good. Let me stay in the clouds. And then sometimes I be thinking about some people like, will someone please go up there? Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say your name with this one, okay? In addition to some of y'all need to learn how to use that mute button. Yeah, and this is the thing, and you know what? And people are telling me, say at the chat, say at the chat. But I like talking to y'all in the chat. I do. Now, there are some people who kind of like let the chat do whatever the chat does. But then I don't like when some people are like, fuck the chat. And I'm like, well, damn it, we're the ones viewing the video. Ain't your ass monetized? Don't we need to be over here? You telling us to fuck the chat? That ain't nice. Or sometimes, yeah. Okay, and also another thing. This is me as a content creator. Okay, but then again, some of y'all might be doing this because hey, you like the fuckery. That's what your contribution is to the content. Not every comment in the chat needs to be put on the screen. That's why I had to have stopped myself from commenting in the chat because sometimes I just be like saying some stuff, and then my ops who I blocked in there who can't see what I put, you don't put my comment on the goddamn screen. And I'm like, oh shit. But it was like, that's my fault. If someone had to tell me that, like, hey, certain content creators, they gonna put your stuff up there. Because they put everybody's up there. They put everybody's up there. That's just the thing. That's why I realized, like, hey, when it's your channel, you have every right to run your channel like you do. These are just suggestions I'm giving. Okay, but StreamYard has a delay and people wear glasses. But I use a separate device to see the chat. Even when we are not directly spoken to, because we need to read the room to see if we're even paying attention. You're right. You're right. Because sometimes you can be talking about something and then the chat may be on something else, or it's something you needed to address before and then you're not addressing now. Yeah. Oh, his lordship. You had to say it like that. You had to say it like that. And that's why if you look at some of the major content creators, like when I look at TS Madison, and even with Tasha K, um, they're the host, they're the host, and they're reading some of the things in the chat, but they actually have producers for their show who basically take care of what the comments getting that are put on the chat. They remind the person, of the time. They're the ones who put the videos and they put the pictures and stuff on the screen because, like you said, it's like when your platform gets bigger, you're doing a whole lot of more things to present this content and this show. And so for them, they need a producer or an assistant. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, 88747. Because sometimes I think I be sounding really nasally, but I know I was really nasally this past 2 weeks, so I was sick. Yeah, some people like the smaller chats. We can interact better. Yeah. And then sometimes I do like the smaller chats, but then sometimes I like the bigger chats, like when I go to KKC or Linen Honor, and it's like a lot of people in there, and like, oh, we at the club. But then I was in, I don't try to figure who chat it was that. I think I was in the lead attorney. Oh my goodness, I think I got lost in there. It was like it was a lot. I'm only here for boy. And speaking of boy, I need to do some more boy videos. But I shouldn't have did it. I saw it by accident. Someone made a video saying that someone else should come get my dog. And I was like, oh my God, what kind of. You don't like me, you don't like me. Leave my dog alone. Um, yeah, LH in KKC has that club feel. I like Lead Attorney, but I have to pick and choose the topics. When he does like the relationship stuff and the divorce stuff, because technically I really liked him because he was doing like celebrity, and then he was like the celebrity when they have their court cases and legal stuff. So I liked him for that. And then one day I kept noticing something about his content. It's like, oh, he's a lot of men over here. I was like, okay, that's good. But then when I saw like Kevin Samuels with his mod one day, I was like, and then he had some other men from the Manosphere come over, and then he actually said, "Yeah, I am part of the Manosphere." I was like, "Oh Lord!" So when he does the legal stuff, I watch him. When he gets into the relationship and the Manosphere stuff, I have to like, no, yeah, right, right, right. And I think that's what people don't understand. Well, maybe the haters that be hating on, like, oh, they keep saying, oh, he's just begging every day. Like, no, he's giving content. It's like the club, people having a good time. Oh, y'all, I was gonna ask y'all. So tomorrow, guess what I found? Okay, so remember when I did the Irene Cara tribute last night, right? And someone in the chat said, "Oh, would y'all like to do like an Irene Cara movie? Because she's an actress and a singer, right? So we just did mostly songs yesterday." I said, "Oh, y'all like to do an Irene Cara movie night?" And some of y'all said yes. So I was thinking like, how would we do the movie night? I probably want to be able to what you call it monetize it, but we can still have movie night. I just need to find her movie, his lordship. His lordship, what happened? It's just like you've been having a really bad luck the last couple of weeks. You keep getting blocked. Was it one of the mods? Were you trolling too hard that day? Well, I'm trying to figure out what it was. His mods run his channel. Okay. Wait. Let me ask a question. When were you blocked? Because there was a time where there was a person who was his mod who's no longer his mod anymore. So she might have been the person that blocked you. Oh, wait a minute. It was a long time ago. He don't even know. Okay, his lordship, did you hear what I just said though? There was a person in his who was his mod a long time ago, but they're not his mod no more. Okay, his lordship is on the roll. His lordship, I'm trying to say to you, who blocked you? Wait, some chats have mods that are like the Trunchbull from Matilda. Oh my good. Hey, did y'all know that there's like a music? They got a musical version of that movie coming out. It's based on the play, so it'll be like the original book with singing. You don't remember when you got? Was it like a? You don't know if it was like a couple of months ago, a year ago that you got blocked. Oh, you don't know? Because I want to say, if you got blocked about, I want to say, hmm, sometime within the last year, I always look at all your videos after I'm blocked. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry you keep getting blocked. Is it because of the? You think it's because of your? Do you think it's because you don't have your face? Because some people are into that. Oh, you don't show your face. You don't show your face. That's another thing that people be talking about. He tried to be a life coach guru. Okay, see, this is okay. Then I think I know who blocked you. Yeah, I may be wrong, but I think I know who blocked you. That person's no longer a mod. Yeah, yeah, and because somebody she didn't like was there, and she wanted him to. He said that is my face. I'm saying because you got the helmet on. You know what I mean? Yeah, and the same thing in KKC um and I guess because in another chat too. And I know something about it on here too. Everybody wants you to be friends like who they like and don't like who they don't like. That is my face. I'm in the music biz. Okay. All right, Mr. Man. Your hats and everything. So, but wow, I've been here almost 2 hours just talking to y'all. But I've enjoyed it. The 17 of you who are in here watching, and those of you in the bushes, and thank you for listening to me. Can y'all hear my dog snoring? He's in his little bed at the. I love my dog. If they dox me, I will just say, "Hi, bug my stuff now." Huh? What? What are you trying to say? Hi, bug my stuff now. If they dox me, I would say, "Go buy my stuff." Okay. All right. 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 Okay. So, so is Lordship, are you gonna go live next, or are you gonna go into bed? Who else is on? Mm. Well, I want to thank His Lordship, Betty Yellick, Samba Queen, and I really enjoyed your talk with Nikki. Was it last week? Yvette Stroder, A Lady 747, Holmes Erica. Mm, those- Zeb, 2020 with Side Media. Saint Hudson, Dr. Nikki, thank you so much for being here. If there's anyone I miss, blame it on my head, not my heart. I will go live. I want to be doxxed. You need to stop. You need to stop. Please check out the other content creators in the chat. 2020 with Side Media, His Lordship, okay, Dr. Nikki Proctor Walden. Who else was I think that was the only mods in here. Okay. So y'all have a good rest of y'all's Monday. Manic Monday. Wish it was Sunday because that's my fun day. I was gonna say I found a copy of Sparkle on several copies of Sparkle on YouTube for free. And so maybe either Monday or Tuesday we can have us a Sparkle watch party. What do y'all think? Hey Lindsay. I was wondering where you were. I was like, oh, she's probably asleep. You don't want to be you don't want it, his lordship. You don't want it. I'm telling you. You don't want it. Let's just let me see your transcript. Get ready for a history teacher. Uh, I will see y'all later on. Y'all have a very good day. Um, be careful of the clickbait videos. Be careful people who are clout chasing, and be careful people telling you that you clout chasing. Okay, and it's okay to monetize your channels, people. Okay, good night or good morning.